The overwhelming majority of people who are watching this video, if there are any people who are watching this video in the first place, have probably been told the golden formula for success, which is to graduate high school with good grades, go to university, get your medical or engineering or whatever degree, and then become a doctor or engineer or something like that. This formula doesn't work for everybody in the 21st century though. Some people can't even afford post-secondary education in the first place. The same people who make this way of achieving success seem so easy are probably the same people who had to pay way lower costs to get into university 4 years ago compared to today. Also, there's way more competition for getting into university as well as compared to before. Since everybody is told by their parents to get a post-secondary degree, everybody's competing to get into the same school after they graduate. Okay, so assuming that you did get into the university which you desire and that you passed all your classes and you got your degree, now you think that you can easily go and apply for a job and that it will be all sunshines and rainbows, which is wrong because there's also competition for jobs as well. Hundreds of people are applying for the same position at the same company all at once. This issue wouldn't happen say 30 years ago, but it's a huge issue in today's age. Today, you don't even know if you're going to be able to secure a job even after you get a degree. The global population is rapidly rising in the 21st century, and that means that there's less and less jobs available for people every single day. This is because so many people are being told the grand formula of success, which I mentioned before, to the point where everybody is competing for a respected job. Barely anybody looks for an alternative, and there's multiple alternatives, especially now where digital business managing and marketing and investing online is bigger than ever. If you're smart about it and dedicate enough time, you will probably be successful online without needing a degree to apply for a job, which 100 people are also applying for. The internet has created so many routes and ways for you to become financially stable and self-employed without going down the route of the usual university path. I'm only 15 years old, and at the time of recording this video, I only have 2 subscribers. Whether you like taking advice from a person with 2 subscribers is your choice, but I'm confident that if I dedicate a little bit of time to creating weekly videos on YouTube, I can probably gain at least a decent amount of popularity on my channel before I hit 18 and become an adult, which is around in like 3 years or something because I'm 15. I just turned 15 like in December or something. Anyways, my advice, especially for people who are around my age and don't really want to go down the typical path which I mentioned before, is just to start now. The reality is that a lot of people like you would probably love to make a living solely off of online revenue, and this seems impossible to do for some, but the best advice which I can give right now is to just give it time. If you want to become a YouTuber or an online businessman or something like that at 14, but think that it takes a lot of luck to happen, it really doesn't. Because you have around like 4 years before you actually have to decide what you're going to do for a living. If you've already made a living before you hit the age of 18, you won't have to work a job which you don't want to do. So many people want to make a living online, and many of these people are like around my age, like 14, 15, 16, etc. But most of these guys end up not doing it simply because they lack the motivation to start or continue, or they just wait too long. If you want to become a successful YouTuber or something like that, don't do it right before you get a physical job or go to university. You have to start as soon as possible because these things take time, and with time comes improvement. If you start at 18, then you might not be as good as creating videos compared to if you started at 16 but continued making videos till now. It's like if you want to become a pro basketball player. You don't just start playing at 17 right before you go to college in hopes of making the NBA. You have to start earlier, like at 10 or 11, or maybe even earlier than that, and take advantage of the time which you have in order to better your craft and gain more recognition from scouts who can then put you in a university or college which can maybe make you go to the NBA. The same thing applies with YouTube or any other online business. You need to start as early as possible to improve your craft and gain recognition. Anyways, I went on a tangent right there, like a really long tangent. So my point is that the former way of achieving success isn't as effective anymore because of the amount of competition and money it costs, and also the population isn't increasing, which means that the competition is increasing. Instead, we as people need to diversify our options and look at the alternative ways to make a living, like digital businesses. And hey, if you guys want to go down the path of university and then applying for a job, then go for it. Because for some people, in order for them to get the job which they really like, they have to do that because it's their passion. This video is kind of directed towards the people who don't really know what to do in the future or don't want to work at something which they might hate or something like that. That being said, my name is Goshit and I'm coming at you with another video. Anyways guys, take care, peace.